Did you know that foxes can swim? I'm a bit of an expert on them because we have two living right behind our office, and almost every day when I come to work, I get to see them swimming in the river that runs through our property. And it got me thinking, do other animals that live near us also swim in this river? So I set up this camera to find out, and what I discovered was pretty insane. First off, these foxes are not afraid of humans at all. They live very close to us in the forest behind our building, but they're not afraid to come into our yard and drink from this river. And it's not just these two foxes. All the foxes in this area know that there's water here and they come to drink. Here's one adult male and here's another one. He actually has a reddish coat, which is pretty typical for a male. The females tend to be more gray, like the one you see here. See how she shakes her head? She's getting rid of all the excess water. They don't get their fur wet because they shake it off so well. These two must be a couple because they're always seen together. Here they are again. It's amazing how curious they are. They don't seem to mind being around us at all. This next one is a young male. You can tell by his reddish coat. He lives with his mom and siblings in the den that's hidden somewhere in the forest behind our building. Now that I think about it, we haven't seen any of the young foxes drinking from the river yet. I wonder if they're old enough to come out or if they're still too small. Well, here comes one of the young ones. This is probably the same one that we saw a few days ago. He's getting bigger by the day. And look at him now. Do you see how he's standing on the bank just staring at us? It's so cute. Oh, and here's one of his siblings. It looks exactly the same, except this one has a little bit darker fur. It could be a female or male. It's hard to tell at this age. They're just babies. And here they are again. They came out to see what all the commotion is about. There must be some fish in this river because foxes love to eat fish. That's why they're always around water. Speaking of eating, foxes are primarily carnivorous, but they're also omnivores. They eat pretty much anything. I've seen them eat frogs, mice, squirrels, rabbits, and even snakes. They also eat berries, fruit, and eggs. It's time for a swim. Look at how graceful this vixen is in the water. She's an excellent swimmer and can catch fish that no other predators can. Here's another female. She's a little bit older than the last one. And look at how she shakes her head to get rid of all the excess water. Her fur is already wet, so she probably went swimming somewhere else before coming here. Here's the young female. It's been a while since we've seen her. And here she goes again. She's taking a little swim. She must be getting ready for winter. It's important for them to stay healthy and strong. Now let's go back to the young male. He's the one who's always hanging around and watching us. Here he is again. He's just checking things out. He's curious about everything. Red foxes are the most widely distributed carnivores in the world. They live on every continent except Antarctica. They can adapt to almost any habitat, which is why they're so successful. In the wild, foxes can live up to 3 years, but they can live longer in captivity. Red foxes are also known for their intelligence. They're very clever and can solve problems that most other animals couldn't. So the next time you're outside, take a closer look at your surroundings. You never know what you might find. Foxes are amazing creatures that play an important role in our ecosystem. They help keep the populations of other animals in check, and they're also a food source for predators like wolves and coyotes. So the next time you see a fox, take a moment to appreciate this beautiful creature.